Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Thursday, May the 18th, 2023. Today, Throne Thursday, today we're pulling from the Game of Thrones tarot cards. So we have the Knight of Coins. So this could be the universe offering or bringing in a blessing with no harm to none, and so it is. For some of you, this is love coming in, you know? I feel like this is like out of the blue with the Eight of Spears. And this is a minor message with crows, so maybe crows have been significant around you lately, and I feel like all will be welcome at your table. I definitely feel like this is a financial blessing for some of us. Some of us, this is an earth sign coming in to help. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. The High Priestess and the Hangman, changing our perspective. News is going to come where you cannot share with others. Someone may reach out to you, say, maybe tell you something, maybe they could see you as a confidant. They're like, just so you have closure, or just so you know, like, their side of the story. You know what I mean? Maybe so you guys can say goodbye. We have this kind of situation happen with us right now at work because, like it or not, our team was close. We all kiki and talk and everything like that outside of hours of work, and we genuinely care about each other. So it's just like, see what happens here. But I understand the professional level. It's like, well, if they say anything, then people will walk. Maybe this person's just like, hey, you know what? I would never talk to you guys in real life anyway. That's kind of mean, but it's like in real life, I would never talk to any of you anyway. So it is what it is. But who knows? Wish them well, asalu, and that's all you can do. We have the sun, so success is going to surround you. Even though there's been a lot of change and transformation, there is this point of success. There is this point of rest and rejuvenation. We love that. We have the world opening up. The world is our oyster. Kind of like, hey, the hangman's arms are up in the air there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sitting there embracing everything. The world is like the cherubim. If you are familiar with the Bible, they talked about the cherubim. The four heads are what is symbolized in this tarot card, if you read the cherubim. But I definitely feel like, I know my girlfriend, they're getting married next week. You know what I mean? And it's just like celebrations with, talking about key anniversaries and birthdays with us from Mother's Day all the way till September. It's just celebration after celebration. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is what life is about, is celebrations, enjoying being in the moment, and you know what I mean? Those moments are priceless. You'll never be able to live those moments again, So, just highlighting, what you should be putting your energy into. So, the Knight of Coins, loyalty, investment, growth. The Knight has plans, a lot of potential. While he or she may not be the most imaginative of souls, she or he is dedicated, loyal, and steadfast. Applied to a situation, the card represents long-term growth and commitment to a goal. The card asks you to examine how you may succeed financially in the future. What seeds would you sow? One thing that they were saying is, like, yes, you have, like, this summer is all about, kids are out of school, and it's just like, parents are trying to sit there and put, make the most out of it. Summer camps while they're at work, and it's just like going maybe to grandma's house or, whatever the situation is. But, to make the most of it so the kids are entertained all summer. But I feel like this is also like, sit there and be mindful. And this is where kind of like where Libras are strict. You know what I mean? That could be coming out where it's just planning. It's just like, that, before it'll be winter again. The hydro bills are going to be more. That, snow removal is coming. Christmas is coming. So I feel like it's planning ahead. You know what I mean? As this comes in, maybe you're getting overtime at work. It's like, just, don't go crazy and go shopaholic, crazy with gifts. Or like even treats for yourself. So the Eight of Spears, travel, news, speed, communication. This 8 is the Tarot's Go card because it symbolizes opportunity to connect. Sorry about that. Travel, create, and be inspired. Stuck projects get moving and problems dissolve. During this exciting, frantic phase, but be mindful of your energy. You don't have to say yes to every invitation. So we were talking about that yesterday. Watch your energy. In relationships, the 8 shows love news, and you may be traveling to see a partner. So definitely, it's just like, I know one person they were highlighting is where they would get up really early in the morning. They would enjoy, morning outside. They would eat breakfast outside. By the afternoon time, they would lay down for a nap, and then they get up and enjoy the rest of the evening. So I understand where that's coming from, and it's just like, that's what make the most out of your summer, whatever way that turns out. But don't be afraid to take naps. Don't be afraid to re-energize your body. Your body is telling you it's tired for a reason. Like, go get some rest. You could pick up, to nap for 3-4 hours. Maybe you'll end up napping for longer, but you can get up and carry on afterwards. So wishes, rewards, happiness, sharing. This is why I feel like the universe is presenting this to you. It comes out of the blue, and it's like you will share with others. Because they're highlighting who you are, who your heart is. The 9 is the Tarot's Wish Come True card. You not only manifest what you desire, but you'll also get it to enjoy it. It's a time of abundance, growth, and reward. Affection, laughter, and new connections, and relationships and new adventures flourish. You share your rewards. All are welcome at your table. And I feel like that's just like, the universe is just opening up this very sweet time. There's like a sweet bottle of wine. I love, oh my gosh, what is it called? The frozen wine. You get it in the winter. Ice wine. Oh my gosh, so delicious. So wisdom, secrets, the spiritual realms, intuition, feminine power. The priestess realm reveals wisdom, intuition, and secrets. The card invites you to honor your intuition and to connect with the spiritual guides. So definitely highlighting your intuition. Moonwater, actually, I've been drawn to Moonwater and I did it. And it's been my first time. I'm going to try it again. Hopefully this full moon will be a clear sky. And I'm going to do it again. But honestly, the intuition has just been so on point. This also is a time for practice and discretion. And you may need to protect a secret. So this is where it's like they know they can keep your console. They know they can tell you things and you're not going to go around and spread it everywhere. They know that they can trust you. So it's like they'll tell you a little, they're saying a little giblet, but a little snippet of something of what they know. Maybe, and it's just like you got to keep it to yourself. Your inner life is important now, and you may be drawn to study and seek a mentor. Significant dreams. Funny enough with significant dreams, it was January 7th or 9th of 2021. I actually got some really potent channel messages a couple of nights ago, so probably 2 nights ago, and I was writing them all down. And it was just like, my third eye was just killing me. I'm like, okay, that'll be it for tonight. I don't want to push myself. So I did it, wrote it all down, and I'm like, okay, write down the date, write down the time, let's keep it this time. Because I had written down messages last summer, and all of it has happened. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Stupid me ripped them all up. So I'm just like, it's like, what else did they say? I don't remember all of it. But I remember key things. And I'm just like, darn it. But it was highlighting my sister. And it says she'll have a new boyfriend. And it said his race and all this. And I was just like, that is so funny. It's funny if you knew more about the information, right? So I sat there and I screenshot it and I highlighted the date and I highlighted what it said. And I sent it to her. She's like, why didn't you tell me? I was like, it was a dream. It wasn't a channel message. And I'm like, I didn't think anything of it. And I said I completely forgot about it. And then I saw that. I just saw it. I started laughing. I just like, I'm going to share it with her. So I sent it to her. She started laughing. And I just thought it was funny. Your inner life is important now, and you may be drawn to study and seek a mentor. I feel like because maybe you have more free time. So if you're someone like myself or like any parent, like, the kids are not in school, so you don't have to be like cracked down and like, let's get school done and homework and all this stuff and projects and everything like that. So it's just like, you have more, time to be like a parent now. Like, you're not their teacher, you know what I mean? Being that disciplinarian, still disciplinarian, but you know what I mean? It's just like, let's do some fun things. Like, this is what life is about, is having fun, So let's, do some games in the backyard or whatever. But I feel like in that sense where it's just like maybe like when your kids are like mine, where they're teenagers, they go off and do their own thing. It's like maybe you have time to sit there and learn a new skill. So one thing with myself is I always wanted to take Deborah Silverman's class. There's 2.5 hours of homework every night, or else I would do it now. But it's 6 weeks, so it's just like, you know what I mean. Right now in my life, it's not convenient, but it's like I feel like something like that, then you're able to concentrate more on your spiritual gifts, or there's something that you're drawn to. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's a temporary course. I don't feel like it's like where you have to go back to school or anything like that. Going back to high school is what they're saying. So maybe someone's getting their GED. So maybe this summer is that time. You know, driving school. There's another thing. Maybe it's time to do that. So going to the world, this is our cherubim. Oh, sorry. Going to the sun. Beg my pardon. Skipping all over these cards. Optimism, success, achievement, growth, happiness, well-being, vacations, family. So everything is opening up. The sun is one of the most positive cards in the tarot, signifying happiness, well-being, and opportunities. To bask in your achievements, the card often arises to show well-deserved vacation and overall reaching a point to which you ease up and share precious time with those you love. The card also favors time with children, nurturing new projects and conditions that lead to financial success, relationship growth. Yeah, you know, they are talking about this time where, you know, you're able, maybe you're, like I said, because the kids do their thing, maybe you take on something else. So maybe during the summer you watch kids, you know, so maybe it's like, you know, maybe you only watched a few kids, maybe 2 kids, and maybe you're up to like 4 or 6 kids now. You know, because all the kids' schools are out, and it's hard to get daycare spots for the summer, or daycare, or what do you call it? Not daycare. What's that called? Summer camp. So it's just like until they get into there, you help watch these kids. So 4 of Swords. Refuge, rest, recovery, stress, withdrawal. It's time to rest and recuperate after a period of stress. This may be taking time away from work to recover from physical illness or pressure, or putting a relationship or project on hold until it's time to make a decision. See this as an opportunity to find personal space and perspective. The card also shows time to reconnect with your spirituality. You know, with myself, I've been really drawn to this channel on TikTok. I just so happened to come across it. I think it's called Bible Tales, if I'm not mistaken, or Tales of the Bible. And they have it's a CGI figure, gentleman, and it's just like straight to the point. This is the story of whomever. And then it's like, this is the reason I'm sharing this story, because it's teaching us in this kind of time of example of the struggle. It's like, you know, Yahweh Yeshua, we're here for us or here for them. And it's like, he's the same way that they're here for us. I love it because it's uplifting. One thing they actually shared today is about Shabbat. And everyone knows that I shared that I was helping my mom. And one of the things was, it's like Shabbat carries over till Saturday, till sunset. So I didn't want to stress her out and say, sorry, I can't help you because it goes against Shabbat. So they were talking about that today. Thank God for that, because it really put my mind at ease. And they were saying, you know, they would sit there and quote unquote crucify Jesus because they said, you went against Shabbat. This is one of the 10 commandments that you were to keep my Sabbath. And he's like, they were saying, you know, you're doing something positive. You're doing something for someone else. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I planned to do it that way. It just happened that way. So it's like, out of the kindness of my heart and my children's heart, we sat there and helped someone in need. So it's like, it's about helping others at that time as well. And I was so grateful to hear that. You know, so a really, really good connection, because I felt horrible. I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, sorry, God, like, I know I should be doing this right now, but if I don't do it, who's going to help her? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm really sorry. You know what I mean? And it was, you know, it was only a bit of time. It wasn't the whole time. You know what I mean? But I still felt like garbage. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I'm grateful that that message came through. That Shabbat is all about happiness. You know what I mean? So it's like, you never know where messages are going to come through. You know, when something resonates with you, it's like, there's a reason. That was supposed to come across, you know, across your social media, your For You page, whatever it is, because that message was meant for you. You know, because it speaks to you and resonates with you. I'm really grateful for that. So we go to the world. This is seen as the cherubim. So if you ever read the Bible and you read about, it has a human head, a lion, a ram, and an eagle. So completion, success, reward, integration, expansion. The world represents fulfillment and deserves success. This card may be graduation, promotion, the completion of a landmark creative project, or creating or celebrating key anniversaries or birthdays. So this is where I was saying, like, this really resonates with me and my family because it's from Mother's Day all the way till September. In relationships and families, the love flourishes and brings you joy. The card also heralds a time of expansion and future plans take seed. You may travel to or move into new business and friendship circles. Spiritually, the card suggests oneness with the world. Awards and gifts. So when we talk about awards and gifts, knowledge is that as well. You're never too young, you're never too old to learn. Even if it's a young person speaking to you, that young person was supposed to, maybe that is spirit, angel speaking through them. I remember when I was fried after everything had happened with Shane passing, and we had moved to this house, and I was just like, oh, this is going to work out great, give me time to find something, in town even more. And then it's just like the mice came out, and then the house was so cold, and it was just ridiculous. I actually saw the owner the other day. I was like, ugh, But I feel like it's just like, my son was like, I was like, I had it. Like I was fried. I'm like, I give up. Like I'm done. Like I have nothing more to give. I can do no more in this situation. I'm done. And my son's like, you can't give up, Mom. You got to keep fighting. And it was like a smack in the head. Like, yeah, dummy. Like you're saying this in front of your two little children that just lost their dad. It's like, wake up. You don't have time to feel sorry for yourself. Yeah, it's horrible what happened, but we got to figure it out. Somehow, some way, we'll figure it out. And, I always tell him that, when he was struggling, I told him, I said, you sat there and were there for me. That's not why I'm there for him now, but I'm like, you were there for me when I needed you. That was God speaking through you. And I'm like, you're here for a reason. So don't ever sit there and think that, oh, you don't matter or anything like that, because you are here for a reason. You're here to back me up. The Lord knew that down the path with choices that Shane made, that this would happen. And he blessed me with two sons that would sit there and be by my side. My bodyguards. A little too much. But you know what I mean? What a blessing. Time suspension, waiting, transition, protection, rivals, sacrifice. So reverse card asks you to rethink an objective. It may be unrealistic. A broader introspection is wasting your time. You may need to walk away rather than wait much longer for a decision to be made. And I feel like this is where, maybe you're sitting there and you're forcing, I feel like with the temperance energy, you're trying to force the energy to change. You're trying to force this person to, like, they basically showed you, like, you know what I mean? It's like you're missing all the red flags here. It's like they basically showed you that they're not interested, What does it think, like a man or whatever the heck that was called? But it's just like, it's like they're already showing you. It's showing through actions. They don't text you. They don't call you. You know what I mean? If they like you, they will let you know that, like, you will know that they like you. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where they're saying, stop wasting your time, with this clown. You know what I mean? That is already showing you, like, you're better off. There's other fish in the sea is what they're saying. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's where the universe is speaking here, where, sit there and put your time and energy into things that are actually worthwhile. Is this your children? Is this your job? Is this your parents? Like, what is this? What brings you happiness? This is yourself going to the beach. You know what I mean? Like, what brings you happiness? That's where you need to put your time and energy into. Not into things that will not bear fruit. You know what I mean? Not to say that we sit there and just, sit there and help others just because we think something's going to come from it. We expect a reward or something like that. You know what I mean? We do it because that's who our heart is. But they're telling you, you're wasting your time. You're putting your energy into something that's not worth putting your energy into. Sit there and put your energy into yourself. Rest and rejuvenate. Go out into the world. Enjoy the sun. You know what I mean? Sit there and, Spirit is trying to connect with you, trying to tell you these messages. I feel like with the Eight of Spirits, messages, So, like, this is where it goes back to Odin. Me and the kids were studying, well, not me so much, but I was teaching them, we were like things that would really catch their attention. So we were learning about the Vikings, and we learned about Odin, and they talked about his two crows that would go off across the seven realms and bring back all that knowledge to Odin, and he would share it with his followers. You know what I mean? So I feel like in that way, I feel like, the crows are bringing you messages, following your intuition. Maybe you have a tarot deck and they're like, hey, why don't you pull some cards? Right now is a potent time to do so. Retrograde is over. We went through this change and transformation. This is where the high priestess is like, kind of like, keep your own counsel. Keeping your own counsel is doing channel messages. Maybe you're like myself and you're a healer, and it's like you've paid all this money to get, cards read, by people, and it's just like, it's such a huge letdown, and it's just like, all right, you know what I mean? It's just trust yourself, sit there and keep your own console, pull cards for yourself, you know what I mean? Like, I was totally drained from that, so, and I'm under the weather right now, so it's like when I feel better and I got some energy there, I'll sit there and pull some cards as well. But I feel like this is where spirit is like, trust more in your abilities. Trust more in yourself. Rest and rejuvenate. You know what I mean? Embrace this time. Instead of concentrating on things that we don't have, let's celebrate and put our energy in the things we do have. Let's participate in life. We don't want to sit there and be like, wow, instead of wasting all my time worrying about this person that I'm longing for and lusting for, it's like I should have been present and celebrating maybe a birthday party or just getting together just to have a barbecue and have a good time. We used to do that all the time when we were kids. There was parks by us. One was Morningside Park, and we would go down there, and they had barbecues in the areas with picnic benches and everything. And we would go there, and we would barbecue, and we'd play soccer and frisbee, and we would sit there and spend the day outside. You know what I mean? It's just like a nice time. You know what I mean? It's just like, just be there as a family. Just be present, be outside in the outdoors. It's just like, get out and enjoy life. If you're someone like myself that has seasons, it's like, enjoy this season because it only lasts so long. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Thursday, May 18th, 2023. Throne Thursday. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card.